Next,
Okay.
this was actually pretty funny. I want to know y'all's opinion on KD, on his owner, but not too long ago, KD went to the owner, met with the owner, I think Josiah, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Met with the owner of the Nets, gave him an ultimatum to trade me or fire Steve Nash and Sean Marks, who Steve Nash is the head coach, Sean is the GM. And the owner actually put out a tweet saying that he has the front office and the head coach has the full support of him, pretty much saying that KD's gone. Nigel, what do you think about Joe Tsai's message, the owner of the Nets, about backing up his team, essentially? And what do you think about KD going and giving that kind of ultimatum?
First off, I'm gonna definitely. I know everybody know this. This is exactly what I'm finna say. This man has no right to go in any office and he doesn't brush his hair. You can't go make ultimatums like this and you don't brush your hair. You're a multimillionaire hooper, one of the best scorers in the league, and you can't take 5 seconds to brush your hair? Come on, man.
He did it confidently.
Confidently walked in there, probably had naps everywhere. Confidently walked in the office and said, "Fire Nash." Come on,
To be
man.
fair, Steve isn't one of the best coaches.
He isn't. I give you that. Nash do be tripping. We're not gonna just speed past that. Nash be tripping, but I mean, I'm with Joe though. Like you can't just throw the whole team under the bus. So I definitely say, all right, yeah, KD, all right, you got to go. You know, I don't care who you is.
No, and I feel the same way. I don't think he should can't let somebody come in there and bully you,
Exactly.
into doing something. And I mean, when KD went there, he wanted Nash there. Like he requested
that is
Nash to
true.
be there.
That is true.
And Sean Marks has done great, even before
Yeah.
KD and Kyrie got there with getting D'Lo. I mean, they made the playoffs with D'Lo. They were a balling team with D'Lo.
D'Lo was.
D'Lo was an all-star there.
That's why
love
Cleveland is so good.
Watching D'Lo, man, because like when I'm a hoop, I'm a left-handed, so I love
Okay.
watching D'Angelo Russell. He was like
I like D'Lo.
He was a work of art just watching the left-handed.
He's smooth.
He is smooth.
He's super smooth.
But that's why Cleveland is so good. That's basically that whole Brooklyn team that they traded for KD, right? Or was it?
No,
No, it was for Harden. They got rid of all of them. Josh Allen.
yeah, it
all of
wasn't
them?
Harden.
It wasn't Harden, but it was like a 3-team trade.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a big trade.
It was a big, huge trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of their, Jared Allen went there. I can't remember that trade. There's a lot of
I
people.
was a lot of
like
people.
A lot of people, a lot of
It was
picks.
like
LeVert.
a 3-14
LeVert,
trade.
he
and-
went there.
And like draft picks. It was a big, huge.
Yeah. Yep. And they had a good team that year, but I do agree with that. I don't think he should have bowed down to that. I mean, you got a team. When KD comes there, like you can't put the blame on your head coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you are the man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The coach is there. I mean, no, you need a good coach. Every good team and dynasty and of that nature, they've always had good coaches. So, yeah, but I think he is trying to put the blame out somewhere else. But I agree with you.
Let me divide myself in the middle. I don't blame KD for going in there as he did because he was that man. He was that guy.
He
And
can.
He is.
He's one of the few that can do that.
I'm
So
saying.
I mean, I don't blame Durant for going in there and saying, "Hey, look,
If Blake Griffin tried to go in there with that,
oh hell." If anybody else,
get out of here.
if
You
it
know
ain't-
what? We're just gonna wave you.
Anybody else trying to stunt, they're going instantly.
Gone.
out of here.
So I don't blame Durant at all for trying to go in there and put his size 18 shoe down. You know what I'm saying? But I respect his decision by saying, all right, Katie, you got to go. Like you're not gonna come in here and just think you're just gonna put everybody under the bus. Like you got to
Yeah.
take the blame for this too.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yep.
I totally agree with you.
Agree with that. What about you, Jay? How do you feel about the owner's decision to stand his ground? How do you feel about KD going in there? What's your thoughts on it?
Man, I probably would have told him something like Coach Boone on Remember the Titans would have told him. Get up out of here, man. I would not have. Man, come on. You going to throw the entire team under the bus? You got to go, man.
I don't care if you scoring 100 a game, my boy.
Yeah,
You
come
you
on,
can't
man.
just do
This is
that.
a team sport.
That's a billionaire you're talking to.
Yeah, true that. Exactly.
You ain't coming to my
No,
office
you're
telling
not
me
coming
what
to my
to do.
office on that BS.
telling me what to do?
No. Talking about fire.
You on my turn?
Fire Nash.
I'm paying you.
Man, please, man. Man, please.
But yeah, that's my take. I think yeah, man, I would have told him to get up out of there. Don't even come. So, Durant, man, what were you thinking? Come on, man. Like that was I don't get that one. You know what? Too much money. That's what it is.
He just signed a 4-year this year. I don't know why he signed that. If he was maybe he was one to stick around at that point. Who knows? Because the reason in signing a 4-year max to sit the end of that year, all right, I'm ready to go.
Durant does a lot of stuff that you just can't put your finger on. Honestly,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. And you know what? You know where I'm going with this.
I don't.
He went to the Warriors after he got
Yes.
beat 3-1.
Yeah, but that's fine.
No, that's not fine.
That is A-OK.
That's just like
Hey,
me
it's fine
saying-
because he won. He won when he got there. That's all that matters.
He got something to show for
He
it.
got something to show for it.
2
Man,
finals,
I
2
don't.
MVPs.
To this day, I would never respect that decision. And I know I'm pretty sure they're thinking the same thing. They're not gonna respect. You went to the Warriors out of everybody. The Warriors.
Yeah.
You know anybody would have took him.
Anybody.
Anybody. He could have went to the Hawks.
But he didn't.
He could have went to the Hawks. Made Atlanta jump.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have been able to afford a game anymore. He would have went there. But he goes to the Warriors that you lost to 3-1.
No, actually, he changed.
That was a big deal.
He changed basketball, y'all. He changed it. I mean, I know you might argue that the Celtics did first, but when KD went to the Warriors, man, you have to get you a. Now today's basketball is small ball. That's where the small ball started at. Okay,
And they were dogs.
and they were dogs.
They had KD at the 5.
At the 5,
80 at the 5.
Like, what do you do with that?
Steph at the 1. Clay at the 2.
2, Iggy,
Iggy at the 3.
and then Draymond.
Draymond at the 4.
Come on,
And at that
man.
point, Iggy was a dog. Like Iggy to me was such a good defender and such a good passer. Like in his IQ, like when he played, he was really smart.
That old man.
Don't he have
an
MVP? He has a Finals MVP.
Yeah, 2015,
What?
16. Yeah,
Over Curry.
yeah.
Man,
He deserved it that year, though.
over
yeah,
Draymond.
Yeah, he was guard. He's a good defender. At that time, him and Dre were the top.
Yeah.
I think people
Top
really
defender.
forget Iggy used to really just posterize.
He was that guy.
Yeah.
He used to posterize.
He was posterizing just a couple of years back. I mean, the guy is athletic. If you look at him, he's still in great shape. I mean, the guy, he can.
He retired, I think, this year, right?
No, so they're leaving, and I haven't checked this. Last I saw, they're leaving their 15th roster spot for him to.
Oh, okay.
If he decides to retire, they'll pick someone up.
Okay.
If not, he's got it. Which I don't blame him. He's done a lot, and even this past year, he did a lot for him. So
He's a part of that core. Like with Draymond and
Yeah,
all
he
of them,
is.
because he's
Yeah.
been with them each and every championship. Him, Draymond, Curry, Clay, and Looney.
He just plays his role.
But I do agree, and KD seems to want to take the easy way out.
Don't he
'Cause-
always?
With the Nets, they got swept, which I don't think the team that they had, Kyrie and KD, should be enough to not get swept
You're right
Oh,
about that.
by
Of
the
course,
Celtics.
man.
And really, I think they should have beat the Celtics, but that's,
Mm.
they have a team. They had some injuries too. Their shooter, blanking on his name, but they got a shooter there.
Oh, yeah.
Harris, Joe Harris.
Joe Harris.
Joe Harris was
He is a
hurt.
shark. Yeah, he's definitely
Um,
sharp.
And I think they shouldn't have got swept with the team that they had.
And
I don't see
Drummond's?
the- to be, I
Do
don't
y'all remember
think that-
Drummond's and Detroit? Man, what? I'm like, what happened to that Drummond's?
I forget where he's at now.
Where is he?
I think he played with the Lakers for a little bit, maybe.
Drummond's? He's with
Drummond?
Brooklyn.
Oh,
Was he this year? Was
yeah,
it this
he's
year?
with Brooklyn. Y'all
Yeah.
didn't know that?
No, I do now that you say that, yeah.
Him,
Well,
Aldridge.
Aldridge, he left, but they also had DeAndre Jordan when they first signed KD and
Mhm.
Kyrie, who didn't do nothing. Then DeAndre went to the
He
Lakers.
didn't do nothing.
No. But I do agree with both y'all. I think the owner did right by standing by his team. That team, outside of Nash, they could find a better coach. And if KD had come and said it's either me or Nash, then I probably would have, Nash, you got to go.
Nash, it's out of here.
But Sean, and I don't keep up with them much, but I have kept up with the Brooklyn Nets really since they got D'Lo, Jared Allen. They had a really good team that year. They made the playoffs when nobody expected them to make the playoffs. They were a fun team to watch, and that's what drew KD to show up because he saw this team that was up and coming and said, "I want to take over.
Making some noise. I bet I want this to be my
I
team.
want to join up." He comes over there and ruins the whole thing. Really, they get swept in the first round anyway. So
Didn't they beat
I'm
LeBron?
with the owner. I think you can't let someone just come into your office
Yeah.
and tell you what you need to do to run
Now, let
this.
me ask, what if it would have been LeBron? What you think he would have did?
They were doing the same thing. KD's
Yeah.
just as impact.
Yeah.
KD is a great player. LeBron's a great player.
He's just
So-
as impactful.
You
I mean,
finna say some
in
BS.
today's-
I feel
in
like
to-
you,
I wasn't going to.
We're
I didn't
gonna-
want to say impactful. I didn't
feel
want to
like
say
you
that word.
Almost said some BS.
I didn't want
Okay.
to say impactful because LeBron impacted the game
Yeah.
much more than KD.
but
I'm saying they're
today's
both
LeBron.
great players.
Called himself. He was finna fuck up. Boy. He was finna say something crazy.
They're both great players, and both of them can go to an owner and talk like that. But I don't think an owner is going to bow down to that,
You right.
personally.
But you know what? They may be scared this year with the addition of Ben Simmons. Just
They
saying,
still got a good team with
They
that.
still got a
KD.
good team, y'all. That
And if they trade like the Celtics, they're wanting to trade for the Celtics.
Time out. My boy said
they might. I said might. I
What?
said
Ooh,
might.
my boy.
I'm
Might
ready
what?
to see
That
what
is
Ben
a-
Simmons can
that
bring
is
to
a-
the table.
That is an auto cap mic.
I'm just saying. He did, you know, with the 76ers, he didn't have Durant and
He
Irving.
didn't
He
need
didn't
to.
have them.
He ain't
y'all.
gonna have He ain't gonna have Durant.
I don't
this
think he'll
year.
have. If
I
they
think
could stay
KD will be
together.
gone before the
Yeah.
start of the season.
Yeah.
And you know where I think he's gonna go?
Ben Simmons is gonna be impactful. But where do you think he's gonna? What do you think
Celtics.
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 Ooh.
What the Celtics don't need Durant.
But it
I'm
sounds like a
saying that's where
Durant
he's
move.
going.
That sounds
They've
like
already
a
made an
Durant
offer
move.
for him.
What was the offer?
I think they wanted
Jason Tatum gonna
Jalen
stay
Brown. Huh?
there? Is Jason Tatum gonna stay there with Durant, or is that he was in the
Yeah,
package?
JT gonna be there.
Oh.
They put in a package: Jalen Brown, Derek White.
Hey, that guy's a baller now.
They
Come
put-
on. He's a baller.
They put in Derek White. I think they wanted Marcus Smart too, and like 3 first-round picks.
That guy's a baller. He needs to do something with a pick or something with his health, but he's a baller. I'm just saying.
So they wanted Derek
Derek
White.
White, but AKA Squirrel.
They wanted Derek White.
He's a baller, man. Come on,
You
yo.
do we hooping, boy. Straight out of bikini.
But I
Bottom.
think the Celtics' hesitation was they didn't want to get rid of Smart. So I think if they do, it's going to be Jalen, White, and multiple first rounds.
Can't get over White.
Yeah,
man.
White's that guy.
I'm telling you now.
Chrome.
I'm just saying, you put him in that corner,
Oh
buckets.
my god.
He's a bucket until the pressure. Golden State exposed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He wasn't a shoot. He wasn't that
He
shooter.
He wasn't that guy no more.
He was the games that he won.
That chromosome showed up.
Yeah.
I think he lost another on that. He lost another when that came out.
Shoot.
Got to stop.
Ooh, we
All right, so we've all kind of agreement. I do believe that. I think it was good the owner stood his ground, and like I said, I think KD will be gone before the season starts, and I think he's going to the Celtics. If you want my opinion, I think they got probably the best package. Another team that popped up was the Sixers to get KD.
I can see that.
I
They
can see
talked
that.
about getting rid of Tobias Harris, Maxey, who Maxey was a baller last
Man,
year.
that guy's a
Maxey was
baller,
the second.
Maxie
even-
was exciting to watch. Not gonna lie.
Maxey,
telling you.
when they were in the playoffs, because Harden was there, Maxey was the second best player behind Embiid this past year in
I
the
can go for
playoffs
that.
Maxey was
because he was hooping.
I
Like,
can go for that.
And
and his speed.
I did just see Durant going to the Sixers because I think Harden and Durant are like best friends.
they are. I mean, Kyrie is too, but Kyrie just on something else right now. Like he's not available.
I mean, I can't explain his situation.
I can't either. I don't think anybody can.
To be honest,
He got a lot going on. Like
he got a lot going on.
he got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Kyrie.
Yeah.
I like watching him play. That's the problem. I think Kyrie's box office. A lot of people want to watch him play.
He
Of course.
is.
Definitely box office. He just like you said, he got a lot going on up there in that
He don't
noggin.
know
He
when he's
got a
gonna
lot
show up to
going
work.
He got a lot going on in that fro, but
Yes.
So the
sir.
Sixers could be. I forgot. I saw that today that the Sixers did make an offer. So the Sixers are a option. And when you take KD away from the Nets, you bring in Maxey, Tobias Harris,
The Nets are still continue.
Yeah, absolutely. There's still going to be a team that you don't want to
Harris
face.
is actually straight. Tobias is a good
He is.
2023 average type guy.
I remember
He ain't no all-star.
No.
He's no
And I remember
he's not
anymore.
No
he was at the Clippers
No.
now. He was
he's
with the
not no
Clippers.
superstar.
he was an all-star game, I think.
Yeah, when he was
Yeah.
with the Clippers.
The only Tobias is nice, but I remember when the Sixers signed him to a max contract. I didn't think he was. I didn't think he was a max contract guy.
He's straight. I wouldn't have gave him no max.
He can leave. He can make open shots. I feel like if he's got a defender on him, I feel like he struggles. Like if somebody's really on him, he struggles.
Yeah, he's not that guy.
And he's still. Forget how long ago that was. He may have a year or two left, so that's about to expire.
Hey, no, go to the Lakers.
Lakers need him.
Hey,
Lakers need him and a few others.
Man, the Lakers better hurry up and do something before LeBron leaves. He's gone with his
Man, to be honest,
son,
bro, he
but-
could really dip. I wouldn't even be mad.
They've been having talks. He's going to be there this year. He still hasn't signed. He's eligible to sign like a 2-year extension. He hasn't done it yet.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
I think he's want to see where his son goes.
Yeah,
He don't want to tie himself
He
up.
said it. He said
Yeah.
it. So,
And he's guaranteeing Bronny gets drafted because there's GMs going, I got to draft him to get LeBron.
I bet I go. I bet I go.
First round.
let's do
I
it.
go get.
Right,
Bronny.
yeah, I will
Let's
get
do it.
him right now.
He get number 1 pick.
So, in a full agreement, I think we all can agree that I think the owner did the right thing.
My boy held his nuts.
Yeah.
He definitely held. He held his nuts.
Good job.
Good job, coach.
Good job.
Or good job, the governor, if you will.